Yahuhanan to the 7 congregations which are in Asia. In that part of the world, there were more congregations at that time, even some of them which are mentioned in scriptures, meaning by name through the letters of the apostles. Yet we only see 7 of them here, which the Almighty chose because of what they were doing, how they were acting, which would work as a representation for all congregations in history and even all denominations in our time. For there are 3 different ways in which the letters to the congregations can be interpreted. And I explain a lot of this, I guess, in a deeper way in the book that I am keep posting on our website, which you can go to. It is right here, losdelcamino.net, or you can go through thewayofyahweh.org as written here. Thewayofyahweh.org. It'll go straight to the English part of the site, and you can go to the articles and books, and the book that I'm writing, Declaring the End from the Beginning, it is being published there, well, posted there, and you can read first chapter, which speaks about everything that I'm saying, and I repeat, sometimes I go deeper into certain explanations. So those 3 ways in which the letters or the messages to the congregations can be interpreted is as the historical one, the historical interpretation, which would be what congregations were literally in Asia in those times and how they were behaving. So obviously these letters, these messages were sent to these congregations at that time. But in a deeper revelation, each message that we see, each letter, has to do with a period of time that the congregation as a whole would go through in human history, meaning in the past 2,000 years. Let's say we separate the past 2,000 years in 7. It is not exact like that, just want to make clear. But there were 7 different periods. We are pretty much in the 6th and about to enter the 7th period of the history of the church, represented through the 7 congregations of Revelation 2 and 3. Laodicea being the last time in history when the last plagues of Revelation will fall on this earth over those who are really not believers, no matter what they claim, because they fell for the prosperity doctrine, for instance. And before that one is Philadelphia, which is the chosen congregation of the end times, which is harvested. So that's why I said that we are in between the 6th and the 7th. Before our time, there has been pretty much 5 other stages, beginning with obviously what the apostles did, established, but then the Catholic religion came into the picture and changed everything, and then the Protestants came and decided to fix it a little bit, but remained in certain falsehood, and etc., etc. So you can see the 7 congregations of Revelation 2 and 3 has 7 different stages through which the congregation as a whole would go through during the past 2,000 years. And the last interpretation would be that of the end times, in which every denomination, no matter who you are, where you may be, or what you call yourself, every denomination in the world fits in one of these 7 congregations. There are thousands, I would say hundreds, but I've read regarding thousands of denominations, but I'm pretty sure many of them are like 20 people, 100 people that believe that one denomination. But they say there are 1,000 Christian denominations. Let's say hundreds. Those hundreds, or even thousands, many of them are so close together when it comes to their sins or their falsehood, their idol, whatever, Just there may be a different idol that a denomination follows, yet they have an idol, so they fall in the category of idolatry. And my point is that even if they have different names and there are thousands or hundreds of Christian denominations, they all are tied together through their sins, rebellions, knowledge or lack of it, and connected or represented by one of the 7 congregations of Revelation 2 and 3. Philadelphia is the congregation, the only one which is chosen. So whoever you may be, if you have the true doctrine, wherever you may be, you are part of Philadelphia, the congregation of brotherly love. Those who love their neighbor as themselves, those who have the name of the Father and the name of the Son. That is pretty much, in a nutshell, what Philadelphia is, what exemplifies that congregation. They love their neighbor as themselves, mainly because of the name. They love their brother as themselves, and they have the name of the Father and the Son. The rest of the congregations have an issue with one thing or the other, and they all lost the name at one point or another. Either lost it or never had it, rejected it, had it, and didn't care about it. So we see through the messages in the congregations that the name is very important when it comes to connecting with the Father who holds that name. So as I was saying, Yahuhanan to the 7 congregations which are in Asia. So there were more congregations, but these 7 were chosen because of everything that I just said, because of what they represent, because of the meaning of the names, and what each denomination of the world, how they would be connected to these specific congregations. Also the number 7, like the 7 lights in the menorah, the 7 planets that can be seen with the naked eye, the 7 days of the week, because of the 7 days in which Yahweh made creation. Therefore the number 7 represents earthly completion, physical, because the number 10 represents heavenly perfection. For creation was made through 10 sayings in 7 days. So through 10 sayings of the Almighty, everything was created. But it was created in 7 days of time. Time has to do with creation itself, for it was the first creation, time and space. Therefore, 10 is connected to heavenly perfection, and 7 to earthly completeness. So Yahuhanan to the 7 congregations which are in Asia. That's why the number 7, representing all the congregations of the earth, which was created in 7 days.